All right. Hello, everyone. Rowan and I are going to play some Magical Diary. This is her first time seeing it ever. I've seen it a while back on YouTube. We are going to do our best with the voices, but don't get your hopes too high up.
His finger is like...
it His whole hand is weird. Is this his thumb or is this his thumb?
Okay, if you look at it this way, your thumb points that way, so that has to be the thumb back there.
What is happening? The whole hand is a mess.
Let's just ignore that.
Alright, what you gonna name her?
Mary Jane.
Really? If you're gonna name her Mary, why'd you get rid of the word Mary?
Go name her Fran.
Okay.
No, Moon.
Capital?
No.
I would have typed them for you if you would have preferred.
No.
Alright, slide through the hairs, and then you'll choose a color after.
What about that?
I mean, that's fine with me.
I'm leaning toward that one.
Ponytail?
Yes.
Okay, pick a face type.
That one.
Pick your eye color.
I guess we're being blue. And that color.
My God.
I don't know. That's fine.
Okay, pick your body type.
That's humanly. There we go.
It all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first, I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes, they all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. Then the next day, a strange old woman showed up at my doorstep to offer me the choice for my future. And now, here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic, not like that Hogwarts. The school lies in the Hidden Valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own, like irresponsible parents would do. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my new classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. It would be embarrassing for eternity. Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore, because 16 is a full adult with mental capacity to make their own choices. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases, which contains all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Poor you. Not many clothes, because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time. But I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room.
Don't yawn.
I didn't mean to. Why'd you point it out? There it is, up ahead. The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, and wide open spaces. The summer is still lingering here. The leaves haven't yet started to turn. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted into Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls, whatever that means. The other two girls' halls are butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the snakes. We'll call them Slytherin. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly where Horse Hall is. Snake's not a great thing to be called in the outside world.
But neither is horse. You're a horse.
I mean, gotta choose your battles here. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down at my suitcase while I walk, trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into when suddenly I bumped into someone.
Sorry.
He's an older man in school robes with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression.
What was that guy's name in Harry Potter? Like that one teacher was always
Snape?
Yeah, Snape.
Yeah, that's this guy basically. You can be him too.
Sorry, sir. I can't think.
You can do it, that's a good voice.
New student, I see. And what might your name be?
He has a lovely voice, dark and rich, with refined British accent.
Oh.
He doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little.
I don't know how to make a British accent.
Just don't then. Just roll with it. A refined American accent.
Friend, sir, I just got here, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be.
My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through a large book he was carrying.
That's everyone I meet. Miss Moon, is it? Wild seed. How unsurprising.
I think a wild seed might be, the mudblood. Is that what they call them?
What?
The ones that aren't fully wizarded parents like Hermione? Something like that.
Wild. More than likely, a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away.
He scribbled something into the books and then slams it shut.
10 demerits, not a promising start. Pay more attention to your studies than you do it where you're walking, Miss Moon, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the New Year's.
With a snap of a wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, I hope that's a big bathroom.
They're not going to survive.
My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. Walking inside, I find the fairly ordinary bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or black light posters on the walls. No incense or crystals anywhere. Unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. A girl who's been sitting on one of the beds stands up.
Hello. You're a horse! I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm Fran. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed. But she went to the... But she went out to talk to somebody. Okay. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia, the state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia, the girl, is from.
I tilt my head.
You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire. Not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias.
Smooth.
And those are textbooks from the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really. I probably won't even open them. But I didn't know what I need. And I didn't want to need something and I don't have it.
And not have it.
And not have it, excuse me. Those books are everything I could find out about magic. The real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't that great? We're gonna be witches, just like in the movies. Oh good, you're a wild seed too. What does wild seed mean? Go ahead, Mom.
Oh, okay, I'm Virginia. It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like wildflowers? She holds out her hand for me to shake. My family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia.
Isn't that a snake voice? She doesn't seem like a snake.
Why would that be a snake voice? Snakes say, yes.
Me and my family are magical, so I know.
Hey, you don't dictate my voice. She has a pretty strong grip.
Fran,
Pleasure to meet ya.
is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it.
A professor. Shaggy, black hair, big nose.
Yeah, I sort of bumped into him.
Oh no, now you'll be on Grabby's blacklist.
The professor grabs girls?
No, that's his name. Professor Grabiner. Like grabbing her. Wink, wink.
Ugh. He hates me.
He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're born a witch or not. Not really. And everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him.
Who's William?
My big brother. Bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall.
Only a wolf.
You're not a boy. But enough about the boys. What sports do you play? What do you like?
I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball.
Good strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Fran?
I like to surf the internet. I guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run.
Your legs, her arms, my fighting spirit. We're the total package. Go horses.
Are there sports teams for wizards here?
Not exactly. There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. But there is a gym, and we can start our own sports team if we have to. Right, Fran?
I guess.
Sorry. I'm rolling over you, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen. I'll introduce you to my brothers.
Come on, Ellen. Jeez. Huh? Okay.
Ooh, make a choice. This is Fran's choice.
I want to meet them too. I want to meet them too. The only wizard I've met so far was that horrible professor. I can unpack later. They're nobodies.
I hate unpacking too. I made my mom do it. That's inappropriate.
Mom,
God.
when I go to college, you're gonna unpack my stuff.
You
Got
hold your
it?
breath. Shall we?
Do you still want me to come?
Why wouldn't I? Come on. Virginia leads us through the maze of school hallways to one of the boys' sections.
Need a hand, ladies?
No, I'm just looking for... Suddenly, a water balloon flies out of an open door and smacks into the side of Virginia's head. Donald!
Yes, perfect shot.
The two boys exchange high fives. This is my brother Donald, the complete dork. You are going to be in so much trouble.
What are you gonna do? Urchin. Tell Mom on me? She's not here.
I don't have to do anything. You'll end up in detention by the end of the week, just by being you. Look at me. I'm all wet.
Just look at all that. Ugh! Well, you're a witch now, right? Magic yourself dry. Come on, Luke.
Donald returns to his room, followed by the other boy, who bumps into the doorframe briefly on his way out of sight. Grrr.
V, is that you? Hey V, all moved in. Are you wet? Oh, I thought that was a girl. Oh.
No, he just has a ponytail. I think that's the other brother.
Are you wet?
Thanks to Donald and his new best friend.
Poor thing. Here, let me.
He holds out his hand, and with a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, melting away the droplets of water that clung to Virginia's hair.
Aren't you going to introduce us?
Right, guys, this is William, my good brother. Virginia grabs Ellen's hand and drags her forward. And these are my new roommates, Ellen and Fran.
Ellen just seems like she's just dragging her around like she owns her.
Ellen's a softie.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You too. You keep an eye on V now. She's a little scamp. She'll get you into trouble. Is that your nickname? V?
No, that's just what William calls me, which is better than what Donald calls me. I use my whole name. It's not that long.
Virginia Sharquisha. You kids should probably run along. Freshman orientation is tomorrow, and you'll have a busy week ahead of you. Not to mention initiation. You'll find out.
I suppose he's right. We should get back to our rooms. I still have to unpack. Tomorrow we start learning magic. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium wearing capes and robes just like me, but they're not completely like me.
I wonder why.
One boy has furry ears and a long fluffy tail.
Oh my god, cool, he's my best friend now.
One girl has glittering wings.
Oh.
And that girl looks like a vampire.
She probably is.
Is that what it's meant to be born a witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of all students drops off as someone steps up to the podium.
Hello, my little flower buds.
It's a good one for her.
Welcome to Irish Academy.
I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize no one else is. Then Virginia beside me picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering. The witch holds up her hands, and the room settles back into silence.
Could have stayed in silence. My name is Professor Potsdam, and I will be one of your instructors in the way of magic. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is the next step in a journey you have been expecting all your lives. At Irish Academy, we teach spelling using the
Pentachromatic.
pentagrammatic system. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and changes. Green is the color of life. And the world of plants and animals. Oh, my cheeks are hurting. I'm not doing this.
Can you not make the voice without doing your face that way?
No. That magic affects the human spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color. But a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You have different strengths, different from talents. Here at Irish Academy, I'm losing the accent. I'm losing the accent.
The voice. You gotta raise your voice a little.
You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Irish Academy, we embrace that
Diversity
and tailor your education to your needs. Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star, wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are alike. You have each of your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. I gotta stop talking.
Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminded me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabiner. I wonder which classes she teaches.
You've been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes.
Snake!
Go ahead.
Each group classes their name is called. The horse is louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them.
What are you doing?
I was putting odd clapping in with your clapping.
Stop.
And you stopped clapping.
Stop it. For the boys, we have daring wolves, the elephant falcons, and the eldritch toads. The things that I don't like in these
Classy.
are the snakes and the toads. Everything else I'm okay with.
Ah,
I don't want to be a wolf.
so you are reptilist and feminist?
No! I like snakes a bit better than toads.
I'm not sure what eldritch means, but toads sound even worse than snakes.
I hope you become good friends, not just each hall and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you get to know and trust your roommates so that by the end of your year, you're able to work as a team for your final exams. Ooh. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams, yes?
The audience predictably groans. That's a huge groan.
For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set your practical challenges in the school dungeons.
The school has dungeons?
Yeah, if you get enough, you get sent down there, you get cuffed, and then they beat you until you're smart.
Man, I'm serious.
Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn. So think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, are you ready for magic? Open your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule.
I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic, plus general studies, which sounds boring, and gem class, which I've always liked. I can also schedule free time to relax and unwind. For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choice at all. Cantonese, French, or Spanish, physics, chemistry, or biology. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I can choose whatever schedule I want here, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? What should I do this week? Pick your classes. You get one a day, I think.
One?
Yeah.
Green magic class. Black magic. Black magic. Sleep. Just sleep.
You don't need that. You'll need that when you start to get stressed and you have to relax.
Okay, red magic. Blue magic. Green magic. Magic. I think green magic, because like that cat doesn't that mean you got sidekick?
I don't know what it means. Just pick your classes.
Fine. But
That's Monday's class.
oh, I get to pick all. Okay.
The whole week.
That one. That one. That one.
You only get one a day. We already talked about that.
Oops. That one. That one.
Then you can select done. Green magic class. When I arrived at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard.
It's Potsdam. I'm not saying that word.
Say it how you want. I don't care.
Okay, get your cheeks ready.
You have to hold them like this.
Hello, little seedlings. Please take your seats. Today you're going to learn about green magic, the magic of life. This is a very important skill for any witch or wizard to have, especially when you get to be a certain age. Your body is a garden to be cared for with proper tending. It could last you for centuries. Slowly, carefully, you must encourage your subjects to grow in the direction you prefer. Be patient, and the rose vines will lose their thorns and twine around you. Okay, maybe I should choose another voice for her.
No, it's a great voice.
My cheeks.
I told you, hold them in and rub them between or something.
Slowly, carefully.
Not while you're talking.
Slowly, carefully.
You already read this.
Oh, yeah. So, let me just make sure.
One of the students makes a scoffing noise.
If it can heal, it can kill. What happens if you force something to grow the wrong way quickly? Why would you want to do that? Because you don't like the life in front of you. Well, if that's your plans, I can look forward to working with you for a very long time. Life has its own flow. You can change it, but the harder you push, the more energy you'll need. The cause of great change in an instant takes immense power. So you better get started. Success! Granting 1 green magic and 1 strip. That's not a success.
We finished the class. That was a success. I arrived in the classroom feeling slightly apprehensive. Black magic? Will there be zombies?
Yes. Oh my god,
I'll take the next stranger.
Oh my god. Good morning. Has everyone got smock or an apron? There are plenty in the back.
Aprons? What are we going to do with those?
I wonder.
They can hear you. Chill out.
For those of you who are new to our magical traditions, I should reassure you that black magic has nothing to do with death or evil. Dang it!
Hey.
There's no such thing as evil magic. There's only magic. The bad and good come from how you choose to use it. Black is the color of weight, solidity, and permanence. Black magic is the magic of enchantment in the physical form. All lines and things like that are created with black magic. Does this mean that cursed items are enchanted with black magic as well? That might be how people got the wrong idea.
A pale girl with dark hair raises her hand.
Yes, Raven.
Since you're enchanting matter and bones are matter, you could use black magic to animate a skeleton, right?
That's an interesting question. You could certainly enchant a skeleton to hold a spell or react in some way. You could set a skull to chatter its jaw when anyone came near, like an alarm. But to make something that could walk around and act on its own, you need to bind a spirit to it, and that calls for another kind of magic. We will get combined techniques later in the year. Now, one of the easiest ways to infuse magic into a physical substance is to mix things together in liquids, potions, and that's what we'll be starting with. Always remember to wear a smock or apron. Potion exchange can ruin your uniform. Success. Gain 3 black magic, 3 stress.
This is one of his classes.
Get your seats. Hurry up. No chatter. In this class, carelessness might cost you your fingers.
He wouldn't really cut off students' fingers, would he?
That's one of the punishments in the dungeon.
That's right. Makes you regrow them.
Here you will be learning the seductive art of red magic. The evocation and control of energy. With this power, you might summon a breeze, light a fire, or call an object to hand. I say that is seductive, not because of the power itself, but because simple minds prefer simple solutions.
I mean, work smart, not hard.
Blast your enemies with lightning. Tear buildings apart with earthquakes. Let the world around you burn!
He's a bit dramatic.
Fall victim to such vulgar fantasies. and you leave yourself vulnerable to those capable of creative thoughts. There are many approaches that direct force cannot defend against.
He snaps his fingers in the air.
One inattentive moment, you will lose control of forces you have summoned. After that, you will only be remembered as an unpleasant stain on the walls.
Sounds delicious. He rubs his hands together and gives a nasty smile.
I don't think it's like that. It's like,
hey, you don't tell me how to rub my hands together.
you're trying to get warm over there?
He's about to light you up.
Now for your lessons. Success. Gain 2 red magic skill and 2 stress. I don't see anything. Oh, numbers. Thought it was like that. You're only 20% smart.
That's not percentage. Those are points.
And you're only 5% cute.
Those aren't percents.
You're only 5 points cute.
Mm-hmm.
And you're 5 points weird.
That's right. Those will fluctuate. There don't seem to be any teachers assigned to the gym. Just a bunch of equipment that everyone can use. I see several large rubber balls. If I can get organized some people together, maybe we can play prison ball. What the hell is prison ball? Well, hello there.
I wanted to do this one.
Thought you wanted a break.
No, I want to read.
I turned to see who's speaking. Oh, I gotta do this one, because this is a potential love interest.
Fine.
Do you want to do all the voices for your love and romance? Who or what is that?
Your finger's good?
Yeah, his finger's enormous. That one's got a bit of a knot, but... He's dressed like a student, but I'm sure I didn't see him at orientation. I would have noticed.
Hello.
Determined to be polite, I hold out my hand for him to shake. He takes hold of it, but then bows over it instead. My name is Damien, and you are...
I hate that voice you're giving him.
Why?
Stop it.
That's what he's getting.
Fran. I don't remember seeing you at orientation.
That's because I'm not a freshman.
Then why are you here?
He's in the class, jerk.
Oh, that makes sense.
Don't worry, you're not expected to recognize all the upperclassmen on site yet. That's next week.
Right.
I'm not sure if he's teasing me or not, but I'd rather just let it go over my head and be done with it. He sighs. I suppose it was too much for me to hope for.
What is?
No, it's all right. I understand. You've already heard the rumors.
What rumors?
About me. They say I'm cursed, doomed to be evil, all because of what I look like. I can't help the way I was born.
Never judge a book by a cover. By its cover.
Right? But now, girls like you won't even talk to me. You hate me on sight.
That's not it.
It seems like no matter what I do, I make things worse.
Me.
He's a typical nice guy.
I've just never seen anyone like you before, so I didn't want to stare. I don't know anything about you. I'm new at all this.
You mean you're a wild seed? Don't worry, I won't hold it against you. That wouldn't be very fair of me, would it?
No, I guess not. It is.
Is
it really a problem being wild? My roommate says it doesn't matter, but somebody else was mean about it.
I'm not sure it's a good idea to mention the professor by name. I don't want to sound like I'm accusing him. It's always the way of the world. People can be cruel to others who are different. Well, I'm an upperclassman, So if anyone gives you trouble about it, just let me know. I'll scare them off for you.
I don't think you can scare that heartless, whatever his name is.
Grabber. Grabbing her.
Yeah, but thanks, I think.
You'd better get on with your physical training. You'll need your strength next week.
It's PE, not PT. What happens next week?
You'll find out. He winks at me and walks off to the sports equipment office.
Winking noise.
That's not a thing. What a strange boy. His mood seems to change so quickly. Or do I only think that because he looks strange? He looks unusual, certainly, but not ugly, not at all.
Success. I gain 1 strong, 1 stress.
Yes! In the late afternoon, I'm sitting on my bed with a magazine when I hear a groan. Wait! Point to her bed.
Pointing to it.
The suitcase.
That's her pillow.
She sleeps on the floor under the window.
She used the curtains as a blanket sometimes when it gets a little chilly.
Let's give a quick save, because we've not saved yet. Alright, pick number 1. That's good, hit a save. Alright.
Wait, hold on.
I'm Virginia, but yeah, you can make the sound. She drops her notebook on the floor, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Just school.
Her hair looks like worms.
Those are curls.
Those are worms.
She falls backwards on the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them fall off in different directions.
Don't get her on my beautiful bed and just
Your patch of floor.
yeah.
I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to the lectures about things I already know, or never need to know anyway. Blah.
Well, you don't have to go to class every day.
You were taking it easy today, huh?
No, I was doing gym.
Same difference. Anyway, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me.
They are a goof.
Can't relate. Not that I care what Donald thinks.
But William is different.
He's a good guy. He's always looked out for me.
Where are you guys from, anyway?
Massachusetts!
Salem?
No, Springfield.
Isn't that where...
Salem? Yeah, it's where the witch trials were.
No, I mean, like, isn't that where, the Simpsons live? Springfield?
That's not Massachusetts. There's several Springfields in the country. They never specify which one, but I think we like to lean towards the one in, like, Illinois.
I watched a video and found it. I don't remember.
Great.
Somewhere on this side of the map.
Okay.
But were there really witches in Salem?
Sure, there still are, but I know what you mean. A lot of magical people are really connected to their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you can fix them. Not so keen on moving.
Oh.
When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with early colonies, not in big settlements anyway. And now wizards from Africa went there and all? Oh no, none. So, only the proper magical people around were natives, and by the time Salem, they didn't want much to do with the colonists. Then, a couple of kids came out, Wild Seed, and there wasn't anybody to control them.
So the witches they hanged were real?
No. It was only those kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. They started doing real magic. They were just as scared as the village people. So they blamed other people, and the preachers told them to, and it was the other people who got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyway, we have schools now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen.
I guess it's important to go to school, huh?
Yeah.
Swear to God. Oh!
When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard.
Good morning, Starshine. You'll need to sit down before we can start. But take your time, relax, get comfortable. That's very important when working with this particular style of magic.
Taking her at her word, I yawn and stretch before I settle into my seat.
Well, I'm going to try to practice not doing my cheeks like this when trying to talk to her.
Okay.
Taking her at her word, I yawn and stretch before I settle into my seat.
Okay.
To some people, white is an absence of color. A blank canvas is in the non-magical world. White is a complete spectrum, all colors combined into one. I can't help myself.
I know, it's fine.
In some ways, you can think of white magic as either of these things. White magic is the tool you use to access the spiritual realm. Ghosts, dreams, creatures from other planes, the thought of those around you. With the white magic, you can experience and communicate with things that are normally hidden. There's one thing I need to warn you about. Some people have tried to use white magic to control minds and spirits instead of asking for their aid. Don't do it. You will regret it. Now, shall we get on with the lesson?
Right. What sort of warning is that? Does she mean that it won't work, or that we'll be expelled, or arrested, or our brains will melt, or what?
The dungeon!
Dun, dun, dun. Maybe she'll tell us more later.
Success! Gain 1 white magic skill and 1 stress.
After dinner, I'm walking back towards my room when I notice the door is already open.
Dun, dun.
I peek through the gap to see who's inside.
It's Ellen.
It's Ellen. She's folding up some clothes, probably putting her laundry away. Wait a minute, that's Virginia's dresser she's opening. Why is Ellen rummaging around our roommate's stuff? I haven't made a sound, so she doesn't know I'm here yet.
I'm not gonna be a snitch.
If you want to know something, why not just ask?
What are you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you there. Just tidying up a little. Yes, but isn't that Virginia stuff? Yes. Why are you tidying up her things? Because she doesn't do it herself. She's making you be her maid? No.
At this point, Virginia returns to our shared room. Hey guys, what's up?
Why are you making poor Ellen into your slave?
Huh?
She's not.
Just what is going on here? I shake my head.
Shaking head noise. I think I'm obviously confused about something. She saw me putting away some of your clothes.
Oh, it's you that's been doing that.
I wouldn't. That's your own crap, pig. I'm sorry. I just hate messy rooms.
No, it's my fault. I'm not very good at picking up after myself. Mom always does it for me at home. Still, I didn't think it was too bad yet. We've only been here a week.
I hate leaving things out of place. It makes me feel nervous.
I don't know if I can make things perfect all the time. We have to live together for a year without driving each other crazy. How can we work this out?
Everyone maintains their own space. Ellen should teach Virginia to teach her a lesson. Virginia should pay Ellen. Yeah, you better pay me. You rat. I'm sorry.
What are we going with?
Everyone maintains their own space. You can be a pig over there. You can be neat over there, and I'll be over there.
Nobody's gonna be happy with that. But it's fine. Choose what you want to choose.
This room belongs to all three of us. We should each be able to be comfortable as much as possible.
I look at Ellen.
You should be able to keep your bed and desk perfectly neat, and none of us should touch it, so nothing out of place. But Virginia should be able to be a slob on her own bed, as long as she keeps her stuff out of your way and doesn't stink up the room.
Ha!
I suppose.
It's not a perfect compromise, but it's hard to reach a perfect agreement between three different people.
I'll stink up the room, disgusting Virginia.
You live on the floor under the window and don't have a bed or a desk, so...
Best spot in the house.
I am awakened early on Saturday morning by a tap at the door, followed by a faint hissing sound. What's going on? I stumbled out of bed to find 3 envelopes have been pushed under the door to our rooms, each marked with one of our names. Hey, money's here! Each envelope contains $5, this weekly spending allowance for Iris Academy students.
What?
Oh yeah, you get monies.
$5? Ew.
A week. And if you save them up, you can buy shit.
If it's our money, why can't we just give it all to us at once? I guess they don't trust us to spend it all.
To not spend
it. To not spend it all at once. And then run out and complain. Well, that might teach people to plan ahead.
This way still teaches people to plan ahead. If you want to buy anything really cool, you've got to save up. But you're missing the important part. It's Saturday, and that means a trip to the mall.
Ew, no. I didn't think you were a shopaholic. Mom.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. But it's great to get out and look at something other than the school for a while, isn't it? Also, they have ice cream and penny candy and really big cinnamon cookies and...
I was just so mesmerized by how you do your lips.
That's how she talks.
We get the idea.
Says the person who does it now, like... You do the same thing, but more pointed.
We get the idea.
All right. Since I've been there before, I can show you guys around.
What about studying? Nerd!
You have plenty of time for that during the week, right, Fran?
I don't know which one to pick. I mean,
I
I like her more, to be honest, but she's a nerd, so. Sure, I'd love to do them all with you. Great, Alan.
That was my turn.
Oh, sorry. I guess it's okay, but you ought to have a good breakfast before you look at ice cream. Better have a god breakfast, Mom.
I've been trying, but yes, Mother. Students are lining up outside the school waiting for a free seat on one of the shuttle vans that travel between here and the local shopping center. Come on, we can ride together.
Wait a minute!
What is it?
We're still in uniform.
So?
Won't people stare at us because we're all wearing capes?
Nah. Just act natural, it's no big deal. But it's nowhere near Halloween. Since the teachers aren't saying anything, I suppose this is what we're supposed to do. The mall is not very large or very crowded, at least where I'm standing. Witches and wizards easily outnumber shoppers in ordinary clothes, but no one reacts to the sight. I guess if students come here all the time, they get used to it. Okay, that place does coffee and pastries. They have fresh fruit. That one does baked potatoes. There's a gift shop. And there's the cafe.
Are all of these stores magical?
No, there's only one magic shop here. They sell wands and stuff. I'm going to get a chocolate croissant. What about you?
I had that this morning. I was
You only get one choice, just so you know.
like out of the whole game.
Out of each weekend.
Magic Star. So that seems more important.
With Virginia's vague direction in mind, I set out in search of the magic store. This branch of the mall looks like a dead end. There's only one shop front, and it's blacked out with "Coming Soon" sign on the door. But as I get closer, a patch of wall blurs and shimmers to reveal a second door, marked with a star. Marvelous magical accoutrements.
Oh my lord!
What should I look at?
Glasses. I don't want to spend it all, but there's nothing.
You only have $10. You ain't getting squat.
There's nothing $10 or less.
Except glasses.
Useless.
Well, no, they all have different things. I finished my shopping and joined my fellow students to return to Iris Academy.
Take a break real quick.
On Sunday morning, I sleep in. There aren't any school activities today that I know of, and I haven't made plans with anyone, so there's nothing else to do. Which just makes me realize I miss my family. I'm not used to being completely out of contact like this. There aren't even any phones in the dorms, so I can't call home.
I don't even have your own phone.
Dad promised he and Mom would write, but I haven't received anything. Maybe they were too busy on the first day, or the mail was slow. I'm sure I'll hear from them soon.
Oh, that reminds me of a witch show. I was watching it, and they had their own little room where you can look in the mirror, and you can contact your parents through another mirror, where they are, or glass or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's legit.
What?
Mm-hmm. It's called video calling.
With a mirror?
We can decorate it to look like a mirror if that's what you want. But yeah, glass is basically a mirror. It's reflective. Now get off me, you freak.
No phones, no
Excuse me.
no phones, no computers, no television. It doesn't matter how much is during this video. Okay.
Calm down and stick to your roles. No phones, no computers, no television. It doesn't matter much during the week when I'm busy with classes, but on a day like today, it leaves me feeling restless. I think I'll go outside. It's a beautiful campus. I'm careful to stop when I want to admire something, rather than keep walking and risk another collision. But while the flowers and paved walkways are nice, what I'm really looking for is something a little more open.
Open door!
I follow. Shut up!
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to do the star thing. Da-da-da-da!
I follow the paths away from the main buildings, towards grassy fields. We could play games out here if we borrowed some balls from the gym. I wonder if Virginia was serious about starting a sports team. Hey, I think I see her up ahead. She's talking to someone. I don't know. I hurry to catch up. Do you want to be this winged girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly girls again this year, isn't it?
Yeah, both my roommates are. I mean, shouldn't they be? I don't believe there's cooperative or co-ed dorms. I pause mid-step. What is she talking about? Me and Ellen?
That could be a problem eventually.
Ellen and I both had wild magic. Is that the problem? Well, maybe more of us should drop out.
The other way would be more fun.
Maybe for you it would. The winged girl laughs. What on earth are they talking about? This is silly. Spies never hear anything nice. I have no idea what they're discussing, and I shouldn't try to figure it out. I'll only come up with crazy stuff. I'm just going to walk away. At the end of the week, I get the chance to organize my thoughts and my belongings, as well as review the spells I've learned so far.
My beautiful bed. Inventory. Diary. Is the diary the classes?
Maybe. Yep.
Okay, what's done?
Right there.
Wait. I can change them?
That's last week. I think you might can read about it. Nope. I don't know why it lights up. Oh, that had a notation.
Meeting Damien, some kind of demon, Mom? Inventory. No.
Yeah, this is when you get items, you can put them on her. Once again, we're all called to the gymnasium first thing Monday morning. Only this time, there are even more people here. Is this meeting of the whole school? What for? You plan on Potsdam being the speaker? I asked Virginia if she knew what this was about, but she just grinned and said she couldn't tell me. Oh, great. Someone steps up to the podium, but it's not a teacher.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is William Danson, and I am your incoming senior class president. But before the
Next week.
But before the next week, half of you will be calling me Sir William. I'm giving him an accent, by the way.
Okay.
That William name just... Welcome to freshman
Initiation.
Initiation.
A magical initiation ritual?
Before we start, I'm required to give you some home safety information.
Some home safety?
Some home. Nothing that happens this week should cause you physical harm. This should cause you physical harm. If you are ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go to a teacher immediately. Now, all of you freshmen, please line up. One at a time, come up on stage, announce your name and where you are from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks.
Okay. Students dutifully shuffle along, announcing themselves one by one. Some of them I've already met, some names are new. Sukisato, Jamal Mir, Pastel Rao, Luke and Logan, Pfeiffer.
I think it's Rayo.
Whatever. When it's my turn, after I state my name, William hands me a stapled together paper booklet. Inside are a bunch of rules and lists of all the members of senior class, complete with black and white pictures and full names. According to this, we're required to memorize the names of all the seniors, and throughout the week, we have to address them all as sir or lady, whatever. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior. We must never be taller than a senior. We must always respond to a request with,
Don't you dare get taller than him. Don't you dare.
calm down now, you're not going to table over. Wait, William's at the podium again.
Now, as well as we're serving and honoring the entire senior class, each one of you become the property of one particular senior. No.
It'll be fine.
Your senior is your master, your best friend, your worst nightmare, and your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait, and we will choose. I bet it's gonna be the demon guy.
He steps away from the podium while we freshmen look at each other nervously. The seniors start to move around the room, poking and prodding and calling out orders.
You're taller than me, freshman. Get down on the ground.
Don't turn away from me, freshman. I see your back. Ellen and I end up kneeling back to back and watch as the sharks circle.
You.
I look up to see Damien standing over me. Of course, he's an upperclassman, and this must be what he was saying would happen the next week. Friend Moon, I think you should be mine.
Okay.
Stand up.
But then I might be taller.
Good luck, I'll fly. It's all right, you're with me.
You don't
have to worry about the rules if I'm with you. Only what I say matters. Here, take my hand. I'll help you up.
help yourself away from me.
With Damien's help, I climb to my feet. Come on, I'll walk you to the door. You need to stay by me until you're out of sight of the other seniors. Then you can plan the rest of your week in peace.
What happens for the rest of the week?
More of the same, mostly. They'll boss you around, and when they see you and make you say embarrassing things. Then on Friday, everyone hugs and makes up.
No, we're not friends anymore.
Don't let it distract you too much from your studies. You need to learn if you're going to keep up. I'd suggest studying blue magic this week.
Is that an order, sir?
Just a suggestion. When I give you an order, you'll know. I will turn up to give you some instructions later in the week. I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't give you at least a bit of a hard time. He grins and brushes the back of his hand against my cheek.
Face rubbing sound.
Good luck, friend. With a wave, he leaves me on my own. So what should I do this week?
Let's follow his advice and do. Oh, wait. I swear, if that blue magic teacher is there.
You cannot avoid her all the time. Just highlight it and I'll tell you who the teacher is. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, because you have not been there yet.
Okay, then please don't be Potsdam. Please don't be Potsdam.
You need to choose Tuesday. You've already picked Monday.
Okay.
And you can take the same multiple times as well. You don't have to choose all different.
I don't want grabbing her. I'll grab her twice. Then her, maybe.
They each teach multiple classes. They're the only teachers.
How? Okay, let's try to study. Okay, we're done. Activity blue magic.
Uh-oh. This is one of his classes.
Mill about all you like. It's your own time you're wasting. I have no objections to failing the lot of you at the next exam.
A flurry of robes and students scramble for seats.
Here, you will be learning the subtle art of blue magic. At least some of you will. I, thoroughly expect this subject to go over some of your heads.
Idiot sandwiches.
Blue is the color of change, that is altering what is already there. Not creating, not destroying. Trying to be really
That's fine.
dramatic.
Yeah, do you?
It is commonly used in conjunction with other magical styles in order to perform alchemic transmutations and other alterations of essence. Blue magic can also be used to change the effect of an existing spell, to cast or dispel illusions, or to change locations without movement through intervening space. For skilled blue magic, reality
Magician.
is... Say that again?
Magician.
For skilled blue magician.
Magician.
Magician reality is
Oh my god.
Well, all things can be changed, yet few minds are capable of grasping the true range of possibilities. We'll see what you're worth. Gain 3 blue magic skill and 3 stress.
I'm walking back to my room when I hear someone yelling up ahead. That's what they yell.
Oh. Oh.
Are you gonna be Angela or me?
I'm gonna be Angela.
Okay.
Lower, freshman! Yes, Lady Angela. Are you done? Ellen bends her knees, but the older girl follows suit. You're still too tall! Lower! Poor Ellen tries to make herself even smaller. If that senior notices me, she'll just start yelling at me too. I can't make her stop, but I feel like I ought to do something. Hey, leave her alone. Is she yours? She's a horse, and this is our hall. You go on now. Whatever. Sorry about that, kids. People ought to be safe in dorms and classes so they can get their schoolwork done. Nerd! I know that I'm not your senior, but if you really need help dealing with the others, just let me know. Thanks. The older girl nods.
The older girl nods and goes back to her room. I come out of hiding.
Are you okay? What? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Really? Did it?
I follow Ellen into her room. Hey guys, how's initiation so far?
I'm not sure what the point is.
It's a bonding experience. How else would you know what you've grown up and become a real witch?
By casting spells?
Whatever. So, who do you guys get for seniors? I got Balthazar Brundrick. He likes plants. He really likes plants. I think he's got moss growing on him.
Here, Brother William.
Oh, that's great! He'll be good to you. What about you, Fran?
Don't say my name like that. Damien Ramsey.
Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
He's evil.
God, shut up. What? I met him last week. He didn't seem so bad.
Look at him. He's a demon.
And look at you. You got worms on your head, and I'm not calling you dirt. I can't believe you would judge somebody by the color of their skin. It's not his fault he was born blue.
That is so not the point.
All you've said is so far is that he looks bad.
He's vicious.
Has he actually done anything wrong, or is he just grumpy? If people were calling me evil all the time, I'd be grumpy too. Please, don't yell.
Whatever. You do what you want.
Fine, I'm not friends with you anymore. You're gossiping about how us people should transfer. Look, if there's a real problem with him, tell me about it.
She shrugs. It's just rumors. Anyway, he's your senior now. I'm hurrying across the campus first thing in the morning when I spot Damien leaning against a wall.
That's totally a wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, hello there, Fran.
Hi, sorry, can't talk now.
What's the matter?
Big Steven said I have to go get him coffee right now. Right now. Well, he sort of growled it, really. Go get me coffee right now.
Who do you belong to, me or Big Steve?
Oh, I thought it was Big Steven.
That's because you can't read.
But...
Then I think you have time to talk. Don't worry, I won't bite. Unless you want me to. It's just that I've been thinking about you.
Right?
As your senior, I'm supposed to give you commands so that you can demonstrate your obedience. I have to make you do things that you wouldn't want to do. But I don't want to do anything that would hurt or upset you in front of people.
Oh, well, thanks.
So I thought of something else. Something you could do that no one else would have to know about. Our little secret.
No.
I want you to write me a love letter.
What?
An extremely romantic love letter. I want you to proclaim your undying passion in words with hearts and flowers and seal it with a kiss.
No.
See, you're embarrassed. That makes it a good challenge for your initiation. And a good souvenir for me, too.
Is it every night? How funny.
That's right. I always wanted someone to write me a love letter. So you'll do it, right, freshman?
Just realized his eyebrows are giant.
I mean, they're all a little bit weird shaped.
I'll do it.
So enthusiastic.
Gets up to 50 stress.
Good girl.
What a dog, idiot.
Hand it to me by midnight and your task is complete. And make sure it's juicy. You'd better hurry up and get Steve's coffee
I
now.
don't think that's what he's talking. Right.
We head off our separate ways.
Success. Gained red magic skull and one stress. Great, no talking. Ha! Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
I'm sitting at my desk,
What desk?
staring at blank pieces of paper and tapping my pencil absently. Yeah, I know. Better. There would be so much editing.
Could you stop that? It's slightly annoying sound. Sorry.
I flatten my hands on the desk surface to try and keep from fidgeting and sigh.
Are you doing homework? No, I'm trying to write a stupid love letter. Not a real one. It's for initiation. I'm supposed to write a real romantic love letter, but I have no idea what to say. Maybe you could just quote Shakespeare. Sonnets are romantic. I don't think that counts as writing. Sorry, I was never good at creative writing. I have an idea. I'm amazing at creative writing. You don't have to copy a famous poem exactly, but I can still give you suggestions. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. More temperature. So, compare him to something unusual.
His voice is like butter. His teeth are like knives. I think your chair squeaked.
His voice is like butter. I think of butter when I think of your voice because it's warm and soft and it goes all melty.
Oh,
Ew. That's sweet. Good start. Stress. Oh, she actually gave one stress. Actually, I think it was in our last class. Red magic.
Something just said do.
Oh. That's sweet. Good start. I think that was strong.
Okay, whatever.
If you were butter on a table with bread with a bread basket. Lots of people would want to take bits of you. But I want to keep all the butter for myself because it's delicious.
That's kind of creepy and weird. Good job, Fran.
Butter gets all over my fingers. Butter. And makes them slippery. And when I lick them...
It's getting weird now.
I'm not sure how to finish that sentence.
Just avoid it altogether.
I think you said enough already. Are you sure? Well, I suppose you could finish it with I'm thinking of you. Every time I go to the basement,
Okay.
I get my fingers chopped.
I dip them in butter.
Okay.
I looked at what I've written and frown.
I don't know. I don't think I have good letter handwriting though, and I don't have any cutesy stationery. I do.
Right, she's ready.
I can copy it over if you want. Really? Thanks.
I hand her my scribbled version, and she produces a small pad of pink paper decorated with flowers.
It's supposed to be sealed with a kiss. Do you think you'll know if I do it? I don't know. There might be a spell for it. I guess I have to do it then. Just kissing on paper. Ellen copies my love letter. And
I fold it up.
And I fold it up and carefully kiss the center of the folded paper. I do not want a paper cut.
Heck no, that would be awful.
I've never paper cutted my...
Because why would you?
Anything.
Now, push the button. Now I can deliver this thing and forget about it.
Oh wait, I've been reading your part.
No.
Yeah?
Oh. Darn.
No talking. Don't you dare talk yet.
Yeah, I think once you've been introduced to the classes, they probably go quicker. Ooh, you learned one.
Mana moves around the current square. Oh, that's not a magical diagram. Oh well.
Yeah, it's a spelling. When the professor arrives in class, we're all waiting quietly in our seats. He proceeds to walk to the front of the class and looks at his desk and frowns.
Pardon. That's what he says.
Is it? I want to do so much editing.
Just keep it.
You're beastly. Find some spray and spray it. There's some right there. Smells like sin. Jesus would be upset. Okay.
Spray my butt a little bit.
He picks up a folded piece of pink paper. Oh no. Holding it pinched between thumbs and forefinger as if it were a particularly unpleasant bit of soiled laundry. Unfolding it gingerly, he begins to read aloud. I die quietly, so as to no one would notice.
And begins to read it aloud. I think of butter.
You gotta read it in his voice.
I think of butter when I think of your voice, because it's warm and soft, and it goes all melty. Oh no. There are a few giggles.
Shh.
Sorry.
Oh no. There are a few giggles, quickly smothered as his gaze sweeps across the classroom. Sweeping sound.
Would the author of this little missive care to identify him or herself?
Pass. I do my best to keep my face still. He'll never know. He'll never know.
Does it spell nose? What freshmen often do not realize is that the professor has a way of finding out.
Oh, God.
Might
Social suicide.
You could have just said that someone gave that to me.
He holds his wand against the paper, moving his lips inaudibly. Uh-oh. No, friend. Put down the gun.
Miss Middleton. Oh, crap doodles.
She copied it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I can explain. And do you expect me to be flattered by your childish affections? I'm not interested in your excuses. The facts are clear. 10 demerits and detention this Saturday.
Oh, no.
Oh, I should have said I
Whatever
did it.
her name was.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Detention? Oh, it sucks.
Ellen, that's right.
I remember her name, like the show Ellen.
Oh, okay.
Fran, how could you?
Ellen bursts into tears and runs out of the room.
It is her fault.
She's humiliated. It wasn't even her. Oh no, she must think I put that note on his desk. Beat the shit out of Damien.
Excuse me. And not waiting for his answer, I leave my desk and run after her.
She's not about to embarrass herself and tell him that was actually her.
Ellen!
She can't have gone that far. Even running. I know I can run faster than she can.
Ellen?
Finally, I found her, leaning against a wall, sniffling.
Come to laugh at me now? I didn't do it. I gave the note to Damien, just like I said I would. He even complimented the handwriting, Ellen. On my magic. I have no idea how that note got into Krabby's desk.
I do, because that bastard put it there.
Then why didn't you say it was yours?
I'm not going to embarrass myself like that.
I didn't know he had a way to find out. I thought he might ask if anyone had seen who left the note there. And maybe then I'd find out too. I didn't want to confess to that because I didn't do it. I guess, but how am I going to tell my mother I got detention?
Just don't.
Exactly. I'm going to talk to Damien and find out just what's happening to that letter.
I stomped through the halls by fires of righteous fury. Even the seniors I pass on my way don't dare challenge me. Falcon Hall, home of the pretty boys. He must be around here somewhere.
Damien!
Is my favorite freshman looking for me? Oh, my eye! I jabbed my finger into his chest.
You gave me my love letter. You gave my love letter to Professor Grabiner. He read it out in front of everyone, and then he did a spell to see who wrote it, and now my roommate's got detention. Your roommate?
Hey, watch out.
Oh, that hurt.
It's karma.
She has better handwriting than me, so she rewrote it on a pink paper to make it look cute. She did me a favor, and now she's being punished for it. I hope you're happy.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, Fran, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been bragging. That's what started this.
You're joking me. Wait. What?
I was telling some of the guys how I'd made my freshmen write this letter for me. I was showing it off. They thought it was funny, the very idea of a girl writing a love letter to someone like me. When I was at class yesterday, someone broke into my room and stole the letter.
Oh.
I thought they were only going to use it to tease me. I never imagined they would try and use it against you, and I had no idea your roommate was involved.
I bet. It was a wormhead girl.
Virginia?
Virginia. Got a little beef with her.
It's fucked up. Well, I'm not going to let them have the last laugh.
Or it's the fairy girl. I don't know.
Or he's lying. We don't know. Look how easy you are to just trick. You believe anything a pretty boy says?
No.
Alright. Come on, Fran. First I'm going to apologize to your roommate in person. Then I'll go to Professor Grabiner. If someone gets detention for this, it should be me. He grabs my hand and pulls me along the corridor. Slightly roughly, he looks a bit scary when he's mad. But I bet I did it too. I know just how it feels. It's so unfair. And it would mean people hurt innocents for no reason. When we reach Horse Hall, I detach myself from his grip.
Let me go and fetch her. I don't think she'd react well if you suddenly barged into our room.
He sighs.
You know I'm the sound effects.
I'm him.
I'm the sound effects.
You're some of them.
I'm all.
Stop your madness for a karate chop you in the forehead.
Are you okay?
Ow.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I thought
You thought
I
what?
was just saving you from being in even more pain, breaking your pinky on my head.
Why don't you just do your part? That was mine.
I know.
Of course.
Not because you're a demon. Just because she's upset right now.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll wait.
Da-da-da-da.
I enter the room. Ellen is sitting on her bed with an odd expression on her face.
Ellen, Damien's here to apologize. Some bully stole his love letter to pick on him. He said he'll go to the professor and explain. That's alright. He doesn't have to. But William already did. He came to check on me, and I told him the whole story. He's a class president, you know, and he said he could fix it.
You're just supposed to say, oh.
He's very sweet. So you come talk to Damien. He feels really horrible about what happened, and I yelled at him too. So I feel guilty. Okay.
She goes outside to talk to Damien. So her senior already rode to her rescue. Well, I guess that's good. The important thing is that it gets sorted out. It's not until after I wake up on Friday morning that I realize something very important, which should have occurred to me before now.
Virginia. Psst. Virginia, wake up.
What?
It's Friday the 13th.
So?
Are there any special rituals we need to go do or not? To protect us from magical bad luck?
No. Friday the 13th is good luck when you're a witch.
Oh.
So it's a good omen that our initiation finishes today. Now, let me finish sleeping. She pulls the covers over her head.
My covers are better. Studying success gained. 1 smart and 2 smarts.
After the day's activities, we're all called together into the gym again, just freshmen at first, standing together in a confused herd and whispering about crazy tasks we've done this week.
I've only done one.
Then we hear a sound of heavy footsteps marching in union. Bow down! Look up! You're too tall! Don't turn your back to me! Lower! Lower! After a few minutes, we're all lying flat on our backs on the floor. And that's when William takes the stage.
Welcome, freshmen. It's time for the final phase of your initiation. Karina will be passing out the blindfolds. Please put them on.
A long-haired girl from Snake Hall tiptoes around the room, delicately placing a strip of dark fabric in our hands for each freshman. Blindfolded? What are they planning to do with us? Well, everyone else is doing it. You know the cliff thing? This is what this is.
The cliff thing?
If everyone else jumps off a cliff, are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Okay, no.
Okay, now I can't see, and I have no idea what's going on. I hear people moving around, whispering, 1 or 2 giggles. Is there a mouse in here? I wait. Eventually, I feel a hand touching my shoulder. Sit up carefully. Now, on your feet. I stand up with unseen hands under my elbows steadying me. Then one of those hands pushes me.
Hey! Round and round she goes. Where she steps, nobody knows.
I feel myself spun around, passed from hand to hand. Stop! They hold me, swaying in place. For your own safety, do exactly what I tell you. Walk forward, slowly. That voice sounds familiar. Well, whatever. I'll play along. I follow the instructions of the voice and try to guess where I'm going. Through the buildings, out a door, across the grounds. So.
Step up!
Huh?
Careful now, don't hit your head.
I feel a hand on top of my head, guiding me into a van? I'm being kidnapped! Excellent! Sit down. I'll strap you in. I can hear the other people being guided into the remaining seats, so, okay, we're going for a drive. To the mall? To a cave? To a hotel? To a secret underground temple? Ah! At least we arrive in our care. Oh, shut up! At last, we arrive and are carefully ushered out of our car. Surprise!
Ew. Oh my god, where's the beast? What?
Initiation is over. Now it's time for the party. Groups of students lounge around by lakeside, seniors and freshmen mingling freely. Long tables grown under watermelon punch bowls and chaffing dishes. There's soda and the barbecue and games and presents from the seniors to their freshmen.
I bet it's not a love letter.
That would be bullshit. Damien loves no one.
Just look at his face. I mean, he's the son of Ramsey.
No, he's not.
His last name is Ramsey.
A. Ramsey.
Ramsey. You brought me a present? Nani?
No. But everyone else got one.
Kawaii, Destiny.
Actually, we're supposed to make them. But I've never been very good at that sort of thing. So, here. He hands me a small box. Inside I find butter.
What are you supposed to do with the butter? Eat it?
Well, or smear it around on your fingers like a weirdo. Pass it like people do a coin. Get a butter stick, roll it between your fingers.
Thank you.
And you don't have to share it with anyone.
Yay! You didn't say it. Okay, whatever.
He smiles at me and seems perfectly happy that I can't imagine anyone who ever think him an evil demon. Come on, let's go join the party. It's just getting started.
Alright.
Everybody's here. This would be a good chance to get my roommates to meet Damien and see he's not a bad guy. But if that backfired and they said something mean to him, it could spoil the party. So what should I do?
Forget your friends. Just have fun. Yeah. Did anyone bring games? Are we allowed in the water? It's too bad we didn't bring any swimsuits. I'm not sure I can swim wearing robes.
Mm-mm. You could always take them off.
What?
Just kidding.
Just not kidding.
It's not kidding. Yes, so we can swim here. There's a safety barrier up to block off the deep parts. You probably should take off your cape, but robes are fine.
No.
I mean, that's like swimming in a long-ass dress. Don't make no sense.
But won't they be too heavy?
Only when you get out of the water, then I can dry you off. Like William did for Virginia. If you'd rather play games, there are hoops and darts.
Darts. Lawn darts? I thought those were illegal.
What's a lawn dart?
Never mind, shut up. Things with metal tips that you throw and try to stick in the ground. Like javelins, I think. I'm not sure. I've never seen one. I just heard that they're dangerous.
What? No weapons? These are for games. They're not real darts. They're sticks with feathers on the ends. You throw them at the hoops while it rolls. Anyway, we can do whatever you like. The party is for you. You know? I mean, it's for the freshmen. So, should we get some food?
I'm a fat pig and I need some foodie.
Or find a game? Or get what? What do you want?
Well, let's see then.
Let's swim.
Let's swim then. The water looks nice. If we eat first, we'd have to wait too long.
Myth. Last one in kisses a hula. And so we spend the afternoon having a good time together.
I wouldn't want to swim in robes.
Right? On Saturday morning, I wake up to find envelopes under the door again. Our allowances! And one extra. My parents finally wrote to me.
Sends me a bed, still can't fit anywhere, so I have to sleep on the ground.
I don't know who designed this bedroom.
Go ahead.
I open the envelope and intend to skim through it quickly, but it turns out there's not much to skim through.
Hi. From parents.
They send their love and hope I'm having fun at boarding school. That's it. No mention of what I've been doing, no questions about friends I've made, not even any questions about magic. How can they not ask about magic?
Maybe they were like, you can't know about this.
Maybe. Before I got here, I had no idea what was possible. There was only a brief moment of magic back then, or back when I was 13, before the officials came to turn off the power and give me the choice. For 3 years, I've had to wait and wonder. And now I'm finally starting to discover this entire world of possibilities, and they don't even ask. Maybe they don't want to bother me in case I'm busy? Or they figure I'll tell them what I want to tell them? I still haven't written. I'm so bad. I'll write them a letter. Tomorrow. Really. But for today, I have to decide whether or not to go out.
Studying's for nerds. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
What should I do at the mall today?
Okay, I got $15.
Yup.
Window shopping. Wait, in window shopping, can you still put things on yourself?
No, you have to buy them to put them on.
Window shopping.
I wander in and out of various stores. It's not a very big mall, but there are books, clothes, music, and toys, so I keep myself entertained for a few hours.
What? Are you buy anything?
No, only at the magic shop.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Shuts up. Da-na-na-na. Shut up. Da-na-na-na.
Okay.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Shut up.
Okay, my dudes, we're ending it.
See you in the next parts.